I'm connecting to an energy of a masculine who is quite literally willing to do whatever it takes to get to you. This is someone who, one, has never done anything like this before for anyone that they've ever been with. And two, this is someone who it's like, I don't know, I'm picking up on a lot of desperation energy, or this just feels like someone who's in a position to maybe even lose you, or someone who, you know what it is? This is someone who's really used to being in a lot of control. They're used to controlling the situation, the outcome, the relationship, how the other person feels, how they react. It's like they're used to feminine energies quite literally chasing them, or, you know, begging them to stay, or it's like making the first move, even reaching out to them first. And so you've really thrown this person off by just being in your own energy. And also I'm hearing you have like a no nonsense rule in place. And so if this person even tries to come forward to you with some sort of like chaotic energy or confusion, you are just like, absolutely not. Like, your cutoff game is really strong, especially when it comes to this person. For some reason, I feel like you hold them to really high standards, and I'm just picking up that they haven't really met those standards. So let's dive into what it is you need to know at this time. This is a very specific message, so don't try to make it fit. If it doesn't, it's not going to be for everyone. However, if it resonates and it feels right, then this message is for you. So we do have the Ace of Swords. We do have the Ace of Swords. So this is a very powerful masculine energy coming through. This is someone, okay, it's really interesting because this is someone who moves through their life with intention. Like, everything this person does is with intention. And that's why it's really important for you to have this no nonsense rule in place, because if this person tries to come forward to you with anything other than pure or clear intention, no, you cut him off. It's not meant to be. With the Moon card followed by the Princess of Hearts on the bottom of the deck, I'm also hearing it's like the more you pull away from this person, the more you're going to hear from this person, the more that you're going to receive from this person as well. Now, you could consider that toxic, but with the Seven of Swords and the King of Hearts, you're not meant to like give into this person right now. For some reason, is what's coming through. Like, you're not meant to give your love to this person. They have to give their love to you. And I know that sounds really strange because divine union, you know, requires both parties to be a part of it. But with the Seven of Swords, it just feels like you've got your own stuff going on. Like, you could be in the middle of a move. You could be in the middle of just organizing your life or getting something together. With the King of Hearts, this is someone who's really ready to love. Like, this person is really ready to love. And so while you are in this Seven of Swords energy, this person, it's like they are in a position to come forward to you and offer everything that they are, and offer you the love of your dreams, the love that you've always desired. And so if they don't, no nonsense rule. Put that into play. We do have the Three of Hearts coming out here, so we do have some karma at play. I do feel like you're very supported by feminine energy at this time, or maybe that's where your focus needs to be, with the Eight of Wands, Five of Hearts, Princess of Pentacles, and Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Hi, Sosa. So we do have a little bit of lack energy here with the Seven of Pentacles and the Princess of Pentacles, or maybe you just haven't been yourself lately is what's coming through as well. Thank you, Sosa. With the Five of Hearts, this could have to do with a recent heartbreak, or this could just have to do with something not working out the way that you were hoping. But with the Eight of Wands, it feels like that working out, that situation or that relationship not working out is ultimately leading you to something better. Like, you're about to, it's like you kind of feel like you're at a loss right now. You could be at a loss for words, or just feeling like you're losing something. You could just have this overall general feeling of being lost, but you're actually about to receive it all with that Eight of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, High Priestess, the World, Prince of Hearts coming through. There's a new beginning here coming for you in love. Also a confirmation of love. You are going to be receiving a message from this person. They have an explanation for you is what's coming through. And with the Ace of Pentacles, regardless of that conversation, everything is playing out for you. Like, you are being guided into a greater love. You are being guided into greater purpose. And because of this greater purpose, because you are following the call, you naturally are meant to align with a greater love. Now, I really want you to keep in mind, and this is very specific, this love, Five of Pentacles, is all about this masculine energy giving to you. Like giving so much to you. I feel like this person needs to give to you. Like it's a requirement of this love connection. And so if that resonates with you, please take it and please take that message to heart, because you really need to allow this masculine energy to give more to you than you give to them. For some reason, that's just really important, because it allows you to be in your purpose, and it also allows this masculine energy to be in their purpose. With the King of Wands, loving you gives this masculine energy purpose. I am back. Because why not? I'm actually going to switch decks for this. I'm doing strictly a love reading of what this person is thinking about you, because I am so tapped in right now, and it's a good place to be. So Six of Pentacles on the bottom. Interesting. That's an interesting way to start out this reading, actually. They want to do things differently with you. They're doing things that they've never done before with you. They're giving you parts of themselves that they've never given to anyone before. They're making changes in their life that they've never done for anyone before. They're finding freedom, peace in your presence in a way that they've never done with anyone before. This is someone who is not used to someone like you. They're having a hard time believing, but they like literally can't, because you're so real. Everything between you and this person is so real. They can't hide from. There's nowhere to hide. It's a Ten of Wands. There's nowhere to go. Where is he trying to go? Where are they trying to go? You just get to kind of witness and observe. Listen, if you're overthinking anything right now, which I don't think you are, but just in case, where are they going to go? Come on. You need to be sure of yourself here. You need to focus in on your energy here. With this movement, like you are illumination itself. Like you are the light of the moon. You are the softness of the moon. You are the sweetness of the moon. It's not up to you to bridge this gap between you. It's not up to you at all. It's up to you to be in this moon energy, this full energy, this energy of surrender, of trust, of allowing people to show you who they are, of allowing this person to show you who they are. It's not your job. It's not your job to change anyone. By the way, you don't need to fix this person. It feels like they are either getting it together, have it together, or going to get it together. But like I said, the pressure, the worry, none of this needs to be happening up here for you when it comes to this connection. This person is doing things that they've never done before. Five of Swords, and they're happy to do it. That's the thing. It's like they're happy to do it. They have a lot to give you, is what I'm being told. Strength and Ten of Cups. They have a lot to show you. They have a lot that they want to show you as well. There's a lot to come in this connection, is kind of the overall energy I'm getting. There's a lot to come. There's a lot of room for you to grow, for you to build together, for you to dive deeper together, for you to embody this Empress energy, connect to your sensuality, connect to your sexuality. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Emperor and Empress. Come on. Like, what more do you need? How many more readings do you need to see to know? There is so much security here. There's so much assurance. There's so much confidence. There's so much stability. The foundation of this connection of what you feel, of what you have with this person, is something that cannot be taken away, is what I'm being told. Like, no matter what, like there's so little need for anything within this connection other than for you to show up in your best energy, whatever that looks like for you, and them to show up in theirs. And the rest of just history. The rest is just life and exploring and opening yourself up to new possibilities. They are not letting you out of their sight. That keeps coming through here. Very interested, heavily interested in you, heavily desiring of exploring this connection with you. So this is your confirmation. you'd like to dive in further for a personal reading, channeled angel messages are available on my website. You can click the link in my bio.
There is something that happens to people who have always been in control of their relationships. They develop a very specific and very private belief about love, that it is something that happens to other people in its most overwhelming form. That the stories of people being completely undone by another person, of someone walking into a room and rearranging all the furniture of your interior life without touching a single physical thing, those stories are exaggerated, romantic, perhaps true for people who are simply more susceptible to that kind of thing. Not for them. They have been in relationships. Many of them, perhaps. They have felt attraction, affection, genuine fondness. They have said the right things at the right moments and meant them enough. They have been good at love in the way that a skilled performer is good at their role. Convincing, consistent, and always aware, somewhere underneath the performance, that they are the one holding the strings. And then they met you, and the strings stopped working. But it is about the person who is then suddenly doing things they have never done, feeling things they cannot manage, pursuing someone with a desperation that is entirely foreign to their own understanding of themselves. They are not just falling in love with you, they are losing control for the first time. And those two experiences, falling in love and losing control, are so tangled together in this moment that they cannot separate them. They do not know if what they are feeling is love or terror or both simultaneously. They only know that the strategies that have always worked before are not working. That the carefully maintained distance they have always been able to sustain is not sustaining. That the part of them that has always been able to walk away, to redirect, to decide this is becoming too much and withdraw before the withdrawal costs them anything, that part is no longer functioning the way it used to. You broke something in them, not cruelly, simply by being completely, unapologetically yourself. Here is the hidden thing. The emotional truth that lives underneath the urgency and the desperation and the unprecedented effort they are suddenly making, they are terrified of being ordinary to you. Not of losing you in the abstract sense of you walking away, though that fear is also present, of something more specific and more privately painful. They are terrified that once you see all of them, once the performance falls away and the real unmanaged, not always impressive version of who they are becomes visible, you will decide they are not particularly remarkable, that what felt extraordinary from the outside is ordinary from the inside. They have spent years being the person others wanted, the person others chased, the The person whose approval other people sought and whose attention other people competed for. And that position, while it looked like confidence and looks like power, was actually its own form of hiding. Because when you are always the pursued rather than the pursuer, you never have to reveal yourself in the vulnerable, uncontrolled way that genuine pursuit requires. You can remain curated, managed, the best version of yourself on permanent display, never tested by the particular exposure of actually wanting something you are not sure you can have. You are the first person they have wanted in that uncontrolled, unmanageable way. And the wanting is revealing them to themselves in ways they were not to themselves, in ways they were not prepared for. Now, let me tell you about your no-nonsense standard, because its psychological impact on this person goes deeper than the obvious. Yes, your refusal to accept confusion or chaos from them is reshaping their behavior. Yes, the firmness of your energy is producing in them an urgency they have not previously experienced. Yes, the fact that you will simply walk away from anything less than genuine clarity is something they are not accustomed to navigating. But here is what is actually happening underneath all of that. Your standards are not just filtering their behavior, they are confronting their self-concept. Because this person has always been able to maintain a certain story about themselves. That they are someone worth chasing, worth waiting for, worth accommodating. And that story, while not entirely false, was also never fully tested by someone who simply did not operate within its framework. Someone who was not interested in chasing or waiting or accommodating anything less than what they actually deserved. You are not playing by the rules of the game they have always won. And that disruption, the particular disorientation of encountering someone who is not interested in the role your dynamic usually assigns to other people, is forcing them to ask a question they have perhaps never seriously sat with before. Am I actually worth showing up for? Not worth being chased. Worth showing up for. Worth changing for. Worth doing unprecedented things for. Worth being genuinely vulnerable with, rather than simply attractive to. They are not sure of the answer. And that uncertainty, rather than producing retreat, is producing effort. Because something about you makes them want the answer to be yes more than they have ever wanted anything. Here is the deep realization that I think changes everything about how you understand this dynamic. The control this person is used to exercising in relationships was never really about power. It was about self-protection. When you are always the one being pursued, yet you never have to tolerate the excruciating experience of wanting someone who might not want you back. You never have to sit with the vulnerability of having made yourself available and not knowing whether that availability will be received or rejected. You never have to do the thing that love most fundamentally requires, which is to extend yourself toward another person with no guarantee of what returns. The control was a way of never having to feel that. And now they feel it. Fully. Probably for the first time in their adult romantic life. The wanting without certainty. The reaching without knowing if the reaching will be met. The unprecedented experience of being the one who cares more visibly, who is working harder, who has more to lose from the dynamic not working out than from it continuing on uncertain terms. This is what genuine love feels like from the inside when it arrives in a person who has always been defended against it. It feels like losing. And they are choosing to keep losing because whatever they are losing themselves into feels more real and more important than anything the controlled version of their life was producing. I want to speak to you directly now because there is something in this dynamic that I think you need to understand about your own role. Your stillness is not passivity. Your refusal to chase, to reach, to bridge the gap. This is not detachment or indifference dressed in self-respect. It is something more active and more intentional than it appears from the outside. You are holding the shape of what this love is supposed to be. When you maintain your standard, when you stay in your own energy rather than contorting yourself around their uncertainty, you are not just protecting yourself. You are giving this person the precise conditions they need to finally discover what they are capable of when they stop being the one in control. You are creating the only environment in which someone like them can genuinely grow. Not through demand or pressure, but through the natural consequence of encountering someone whose self-possession makes half measures feel insufficient. Your groundedness is doing more work than any pursuit could. And here is the unexpected emotional truth that most people in your position never fully recognize. This person's desperation is not weakness. It is the first honest thing they have felt in a long time. Because for someone who has spent years managing their emotional experience, keeping things comfortable, keeping themselves curated, keeping the vulnerable parts carefully tucked away where no relationship could reach them. The desperation of genuinely wanting something they cannot control is actually a form of aliveness they have been missing. It is uncomfortable and unfamiliar, and nothing like the smooth confidence they usually move through their romantic life with. But it is real, probably more real than anything they have felt in that territory in years. And somewhere underneath the urgency and the unprecedented effort and the doing of things they have never done for anyone, somewhere in the quiet of their own private experience, they know that. They know that whatever is happening with you is the real thing, the thing they have been half-heartedly approximating with other people for longer than they want to admit. Now, let me say something about what loving you gives them that nothing else has. It gives them a reason to meet themselves. Not the version of themselves they have always been able to maintain. The attractive, desirable, in control version that other people's pursuit confirmed back to them. The version underneath that. The one that has needs and fears and a capacity for genuine vulnerability that has never been activated because nothing has ever required its activation. Loving you gives them purpose in the specific sense of direction. A reason to grow in a direction they have not previously grown in. To become someone who gives more than they take. Someone who shows up with intention rather than being shown up for. Someone whose value is demonstrated through sustained effort rather than confirmed through other people's pursuit. That is an extraordinary transformation for a person like this. And it would not be happening with someone different. It is happening with you specifically because of the particular combination of qualities you carry. Your standards, your groundedness, your refusal to make their comfort more important than your own truth, and simultaneously the warmth and the depth that makes those standards worth meeting rather than simply frustrating to encounter. So as you continue to hold your position, as you remain in your own energy, focused on your own becoming, allowing this person to come forward rather than going toward them, I want you to understand something about what that stillness is actually accomplishing. You are not waiting. You are becoming. Continuously in real time, the person whose this love is calibrated to meet every day that you choose your own peace over the anxiety of an uncertain outcome. And every moment that you refuse to compromise your standard for the comfort of having something to hold on to. Every time you trust the process instead of trying to manage it, you are deepening the very quality that makes you someone this person cannot get free of, and they cannot get free of you. Not because you have done anything to capture them, but because what you are, what you simply organically, without effort or strategy are, is the thing their entire defended interior has been waiting to encounter. The thing that makes continuing to be the curated, controlled, unreachable version of themselves feel suddenly, obviously insufficient. You disrupted them just by showing up as yourself. That is not something you did. That is something you are. And the love coming towards you now, unprecedented, uncontrolled, doing things it has never done before, is simply what happens when something real finally encounters something equally real and finds it has nowhere left to hide.